My dear students, today's video is about the topic weather, climate and adaptations of animals. In this video, you will learn about in the first topic about weather and climate and their importances. Next come the adaptations of various type of animals living in the various climatic conditions. First about the tropical climate and secondly about the polar climate. We will study about the various adaptive features of the various animals living in these two type of climatic zones. So today's video is only about the weather and climate. So let's start. So before going into the adaptations of animals, let's first discuss about weather. So what is weather? Day-to-day change in the atmospheric condition of a place like temperature, humidity, rainfall, sunshine, wind speed, wind direction, etc. at a particular time or a day is described as the weather of a place. So we can see here weather changes from time to time and day to day in a particular place. There is a department called meteorological department. This department study about the weather pattern. The scientists who study the weather pattern of that particular place and predict the weather of a place are called meteorologists. Meteorology is the study of weather. Now, this meteorological department gives us the weather report. Early in the morning, when you wake up and see the newspaper, you always try to find out the weather of that particular day. Nowadays, we can even find out the weather in the mobile phone or in the internet or in the news. So, a weather report gives various informations like the maximum and minimum temperature of the day for at least 24 hours, relative humidity, rainfall, time of sunrise and time of sunset, time of moonrise and moonset, and prediction of weather for the present day, next day, or even a week. So, what are the elements of weather? The atmospheric condition like temperature, humidity, cloudiness, rainfall, wind that determine the weather of a place are called the elements of the weather. Temperature is how hot or how cold the atmosphere is, and it is measured in degree centigrade with the help of a device called maximum and minimum thermometer. Humidity, it is the amount of water vapor in the atmosphere. Precipitation, it is the term given to the moisture that falls from the air to the ground. Precipitation may include hail, snow, sleet, drizzle, fog, mist, and rainfall. Then come the air pressure or the atmospheric pressure. It is the weight of the air resting on the earth's surface. The pressure is shown on a weather map, often called a synoptic map, with lines called isobars. Next come the wind. Wind is the movement of the air masses from high pressure areas to the low pressure areas. Now let's discuss about the various devices that are used for measuring the various weather parameters or the elements of weather. Now there are weather stations where this forecast is done or the measurements are done. Now these weather stations are the places where a variety of instruments are used to record the regular data on the weather. The most important instruments used in the weather stations are the hygrometer, which is a special thermometer that measures humidity. Rain gauge, it is a container that collects and measures the rainfall or any form of precipitation in millimeter. Barometer, it is used to measure atmospheric pressure. It may be either mercury or Bascom barometer, that is aneroid barometer. Often it is attached to a pen that charts the changes in pressure on a piece of paper. The resulting chart is called the barograph. Maximum and minimum thermometer, it measures the highest and the lowest temperature in degree Celsius. Wind vane, it is used to show the direction of the wind. Anemometer is used to record the wind speed in kilometer per hour. Now let's discuss about the benefits of weather forecast. Weather forecast has various benefits like it warns the people and prepares them for bad weather. It helps to protect life and material assets. It helps people to plan activities and events. It also helps the farmers to plan their agricultural activities. Now come the climate. The meteorologists, as I told you earlier, who are the meteorologists? They record the weather every day. The weather records of a particular place for several years help to determine the weather pattern of a place. So, the average weather conditions occurring at a place over a long period of time, say 25 to 30 years, is referred to as the climate of a place. So, climate may vary from region to region. That is, for example, if the temperature of a place is high throughout the year and it is also receiving a good rainfall, the climate is said to be hot and wet. Now, what are the factors that affect the climate of the place? The study of the climate over thousands of years is called paleoclimatology. The climate of the earth had changed over the ages. There are several factors that affect the climate of a place. What are they? Let's look. First factor are the latitude or the distance from the equator. Latitude is defined as the distance of a place from the equator. The sun rays fall directly straight on the equator, so the places in that region are nearby are very warm and have maximum rainfall. As we move away from the equator towards the pole, the sun rays become slanting, thus decreasing the intensity of heat and light. In this way, distance from the equator determines the climate of a place. Depending upon the temperature and rainfall of a region, three climatic zones are identified. They are the torrid zone, the frigid zone, and the temperate zone. Now, what are these zones? Torrid zones. These are the hot and humid zones around the equator. These zones receive direct and straight rays of the sun all around the year. These zones have tropical evergreen forests. Next come the frigid zone. These are the coldest zones around the north and the south poles. These zones receive slanting ray of the sun and are very cold. And finally, the temperate zone. This zone lie between torrid and frigid zone. These zones have grasslands and few trees. Point is the distance from the sea. It is another factor that affects the climate of a place. So the areas close to the sea like the coastal belts, they have moderate climate and the weather remains unchanged throughout the year. As we move inland away from the sea, the temperature shows drastic variations during the summer and winter. The central regions of the continents are dry and hot in the summer season and extremely cold in the winter season. Factor is the humidity and rainfall. The climate of a place is also affected by the amount of rainfall it receives, and the amount of rainfall depend upon the distance from the sea and the direction of the wind. The winds coming from the sea causes rain, while the winds coming from the land are dry and cause sunny days. Mountains also cause rain. When the moisture-laden winds from the oceans hit the mountain, they pour rain. Finally, the factor that affect the climate of a place is the altitude, or we can say the height above the sea level. When we go higher from the sea level, the temperature goes down. Also, we can see the mountain receives more rainfall than the low-lying area. There are various human activities that is affecting the climate nowadays, that are the pollution and the deforestation, which is adding up more and more carbon dioxide in the environment and is leading to the increase in the global temperature and what is known as global warming, which is a very devastating effect which is going on in the prevailing society. We learn about global warming in some other video. So my dear students, it was all about the today's topic about the weather and climate, the factors that affect the weather and climate of a place. In the upcoming video, I will discuss about the adaptive features of the animal living in the tropical rainforest. If you have not yet subscribed my channel, then do it. Thanks for watching the video.